At the end of this video, you will have all the knowledge to master this important structure in Spanish. But first, you will need all your focus, so stay tuned and make notes if needed. Then, try to export this knowledge to other reflexive verbs that you might know already. Reflexive verbs can be used to talk about daily routine, feelings, relationships, movement, among some other things. But in this video, I'm going to focus on the ones that we use to talk about accommodation. I have chosen the verb to stay to model the reflexive verbs, but this will apply to any other reflexive verbs, obviously. Empecemos. Alojarse, quedarse are synonyms and they mean to stay. They belong to the first conjugation o primera conjugación and they are also regular verbs. What are reflexive verbs? Reflexive verbs are used to refer to actions that reflect back on the subject, which means that the subject that does the action is the same as the object that receives the action. And they need to be used with a reflexive pronoun such as myself, yourself, herself, and so on. The pronouns. How do we use them? The reflexive pronouns are obviously linked to the personal pronouns. If we have, let's say, 6 personal pronouns, we will have 6 reflexive pronouns: me, te, se, nos, os, se. Assuming that by now you all know how to use verbs like gustar, I'm going to build on that previous knowledge to help you learn these pronouns more easily. Do you remember those little words that you need to put before verbs like gustar, encantar, and so on? Those words are called indirect object pronouns, and they are actually quite similar to the reflexive pronouns. They are me, te, le, nos, os, les. Just remember this because we're going to be using these pronouns later on in the video. Where do we need to put the reflexive pronouns? Let's follow these steps. First, we will need to put the reflexive pronoun in front of the verb. Then we will need to remove the se that is attached to the end of the infinitive form. That reminds us that this is a reflexive verb. Then we need to remove the AR ending that tells us that this verb belongs to the first conjugation. And finally, we have to add the endings to the root of the infinitive. These steps will be the same ones for quedarse and any other reflexive verbs. Now the verbs. The present and the past. Let's see how to do the present tense. Yo me alojo. Tú te alojas. Él, ella, usted se aloja. Nosotros, nosotras nos alojamos. Vosotros, vosotras os alojáis. Ellos, ellas, ustedes se alojan. Yo me quedo. Tú te quedas. Él, ella, usted se queda. Nosotros, nosotras nos quedamos. Vosotros, vosotras os quedáis. Ellos, ellas, ustedes se quedan. The past simple. For the past simple, it will obviously be the same. You just need the right endings for the past. Yo me alojé. Tú te alojaste. Él, ella, usted se alojó. Nosotros, nosotras nos alojamos. Vosotros, vosotras os alojasteis. Ellos, ellas, ustedes se alojaron. Yo me quedé. Tú te quedaste. Él, ella, usted se quedó. Nosotros, nosotras nos quedamos. Vosotros, vosotras os quedasteis. Ellos, ellas, ustedes se quedaron. And now pay even more attention. In this part of the video, we are going to focus on verbs that are followed by infinitive. But I'm going to organize them into groups. On the first group, we're going to see ir a and tener que, as we have 2 options when it comes to using the reflexive verb, whilst when we have gustar or similar verbs, we only have 1 option. The near future. As you probably know, the near future is created with the verb to go in the present simple plus a plus infinitive. So, what is going to happen when the infinitive has a se attached to the end of it, like alojarse or quedarse? In this case, the first thing we need to do is to get rid of the se, and instead we have two options. One is to put the reflexive pronoun in front of the verb to go as such. Me voy a alojar. Te vas a alojar. Se va a alojar. Nos vamos a alojar. Os vais a alojar. Se van a alojar. Or, we just leave the verb to go as normal, and we attach the reflexive pronoun that matches the verb to go to the infinitive. Voy a alojarme. Vas a alojarte. Va a alojarse. Vamos a alojarnos. Vais a alojaros. Van a alojarse. Obviously, if you prefer to use quedar, you only need to follow the same process. Now we're going to see tener que plus infinitive. In the present simple, we have two options. One, you could conjugate the verb tener in the present tense and attach the reflexive pronouns that go with each person. Tengo que alojarme. Tienes que alojarte. Tiene que alojarse. Tenemos que alojarnos. Tenéis que alojaros. Tienen que alojarse. Or we could remove the pronouns attached to the infinitive and instead put the reflexive pronoun at the beginning. Me tengo que alojar. Te tienes que alojar. Se tiene que alojar. Nos tenemos que alojar. Os tenéis que alojar. Se tienen que alojar. Just one question before we continue with Gustar. I believe that I prefer the first option, as I think it is easier to remember to change the pronoun once we have the reflexive verb, than bringing the pronoun all the way to the front. But what about you? Leave your comment in the comment section below. And finally, there are other verbs, such as gustar, encantar, apetecer, or molestar, that are also followed by the infinitive. In this case, we only have one option. We need to put the indirect object pronoun before the verb gustar and then the reflexive pronoun at the end of the infinitive. Me encanta alojarme. Te encanta alojarte. Le encanta alojarse. Nos encanta alojarnos. Os encanta alojaros. Les encanta alojarse. Obviously, this explanation will apply to any other verb that triggers an infinitive, like the ones that you have in the list. If you have made it up to the end of the video, give yourself a pat on the back. I hope you can get a lot of value out of it. Hasta la próxima clase.